What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Raven Invest. Today we are going to have a look at a recap of my sales for May on COMC, and also we're going to have a look at the two cards that I selected to send to Pure Graded X to be graded. So stay tuned. So before we get started, I want to remind everybody that we do have a 50 subscriber giveaway going on right now. I will post a link in the description, and as well should be appearing in the video right about now. This is the video that you need to go to find out how to enter the contest to win a 1998 Bowman Peyton Manning rookie card. So go check the video out. Follow the details on how to enter and give yourself a chance to win a Peyton Manning rookie card. Okay, so let's get into some sales stats. So as everybody else, I wasn't expecting a lot for May. It's really the off season for the NFL. OTAs are just starting to get kicked up this weekish. Last week, I guess they started a little bit. We had some rookie camps and things like that, but nothing major. And a lot of other things going on with NHL playoffs, NBA playoffs. So the attention has been away from the football cards. So any sales that you do make in May will probably be stuff that you've got priced to sell that you maybe got really cheap, and you're able to just get some quick profit off it. Which in my case was my case, I guess. So up until three hours before the end of the month, I had 22 sales, which was not my lowest month, but it was my second lowest month. But at the last minute, one user on COMC came in and picked up 15 of my cards before the strike of midnight. So they counted towards my May sales, which actually pushed me over for my best, not only number of sales, but amount in 1 month. So that was pretty cool. Although it was kind of like a garbage time, points, right? Like really the indicator is that it was a slow month, but it looks on paper that I had the best month of my run so far. But anyway, I was very happy to see that, because that gives me again more money to throw back into other cards to make more money and so on, and buy. I'm at actually I think 93 PC cards that I've been able to buy just based on just on the profits that I've made from flipping cards. So that's pretty cool. I'm always happy to add Ravens into my PC. So let's hop over to the sales sheet. So as we can see, here's the 15 sales that I made right at the end of May 31st there. Some pretty good profits. Most of it's doubled my money, just a little bit, maybe a little bit under. Some of the stuff that's been adjusted is to basically position myself on the list, maybe bump myself up a little bit, or undercut somebody who's a sale, or whatever the case may be. So look, a lot of stuff, the stuff highlighted in yellow are things that I purchased in that month and sold in that month. Everything else obviously was purchased at a prior point. Some pretty good profit. I did take a couple of, at this point here, after I took this, because I wanted to, I had a notion that again, maybe Big Ben might have some injury concerns, and Mason Rudolph or Dwayne Haskins is the backup, so he may want to come in, and for 60 cents I figured it was a little, it was a gamble. I kind of went off that a little bit. I read some stuff that there was some stuff going on in Pittsburgh, and I figured they're not going to be they're not going to be as good as they have been in past years, just because they had to restructure a whole bunch of stuff because of salary cap. They had a bunch of guys retire, leave, whatever the case may be. But anyway, to make a long story short, I discovered on those sales that I had my automatic accept at 90%. So the cards I try to get out of, basically I'll take my purchase price plus the 5% that it's going to cost me to sell it, and that's what I'll sell the card for. I'll get my money back, maybe lose a cent on the conversion, the rounding or whatever for the COMC sales percentage. But generally that's why I couldn't understand why I took a loss on these cards. Well, the guy came in and offered 56 cents on both of them, and I guess that met within whatever, I believe it was, I had it set for 90%. So it automatically accepted the offer. Anyway, so I have adjusted that. So going forward, that won't be the case. But as I said, overall, I pretty much a little bit over doubled my money for the month for what was the sales anyway. So I brought in $62 in credit, and yeah, I'd have to look. I haven't done. I'm gonna do a full workup of purchases and everything like that, to take a more in-depth look at what I'm buying per month and what I'm selling per month and stuff like that. So, but again, it was a pretty good month, and you can see I'm living in that 50 cent, 20 cent to $5 range kind of thing, and I'm using my tool to help me gauge new sales that I'm making. So I've slowed down on my buying because it does take me more time to set that up, but it gives me a better picture, it gives me a better idea, and I haven't spent a lot of time updating it, unfortunately. I don't know if if you follow Andy at the Fantasy Football Card Quest, but we're working on a investment tool collab. So I've been probably spending 90% of my free time working on that, trying to get that going with him. So I haven't had a lot of time to work on but I still use it for sure. Okay, so again, just doing a quick recap. As I said, these again were some flips that I bought within the month. Somebody listed that quick, so I picked it up right away. I figure, even though it's a concourse, which is the base level kind of a select, and select has gone retail this year, I figured even for $5 that was a pretty good price, and I just I had it priced at 15, and then another one showed up, and so I had to kind of adjust the price there to get under them, because this was something that I didn't want to hold on to. I wanted to trade up. So then I was able to actually, once I sold that, I was able to trade into a Premier. Jalen Hurts, I believe it is. I'll have to look. I didn't think it was, or maybe it was a club. No, it was a Premier, I believe. Anyway. So, yeah, again, it was a pretty good month, even the 22 sale before we get to this guy. It was a pretty good month. I was very, very happy. But now we can actually go and take a look at the summary for the month. Or you just got to readjust my chair there. So, as I said, for the summary, 39 sales, which was my highest sales amount, and the COMC credit I received was the highest as well. Well, so that that was the highest profit. It wasn't the highest percentage though, ROI, but for sure it was the highest amount of profit. I've also added here into, this is new, this is a losses per month. So this is basically how many sales I took a loss on. And I want to constantly make sure I'm not taking too many losses, and if I'm need to readjust my strategy, then I'll be able to kind of keep an eye on that. And these first few months have been really learning curve kind of stuff, getting used to dealing with the online, getting to know COMC, how it works, working on my tools to improve the list, things like that. So, and really I didn't start listing every card until April. So January, February, and March, I just had cards that I intended to flip. Everything that I was kind of holding until the to the beginning of the year there, till July, August, when the prices should be prime. All that stuff wasn't for sale prior to April. Now I do have it all for sale, and that most of that stuff is not selling, but I do have it at that peak kind of price there for basically preseason prices. So they're not necessarily going to be picked up now. I've got 2 more videos lined up to bring to you guys. One is my lessons learned. Basically, I go over a list of stuff that I've learned over the last couple months that's kind of put me in the direction that I am now. And the second one is basically, it's my full COMC, dive into COMC, how I use it, what I do on it, what I look for, how I use my tool, all that kind of stuff. So I'll go over a lot more in detail on how I maneuver around COMC and what I'm looking for. But so if we go, I like to see this. So right now, I have 560 cards for sale currently in my inventory for a total purchase price of $509. They are currently listed for, after I take out COMC's sales fee, for $1,255.37. So that would be, so if somebody was to, for example, come in and buy all those cards right now, that would be a $746 profit for me. Obviously, that's not going to happen, and I'm going to buy more cards and sell more cards, and it's good, but I like to keep this kind of running total there so we can have a look. And I wanted to point this out too. So this percentage here is how many. So 82% of my sales are for profit. So I'm just I want to keep that under wraps. I want to make sure that I'm not taking too many losses. It's going to happen. I'm going to flop on cards. There's cards out there right now that I'm just at the point where, like, are these ever going to sell? I feel like I just want to give them away. I think I might even donate a couple of them just to get them out of my inventory. I don't have to sort them. I don't have to deal with them, kind of thing. I've had them for sale for 4 or 5 months, and they're not going anywhere. They're the lowest on the totem pole in most cases, and most of them are going to take a loss anyway. So anyway, but we'll deal with that stuff after. So then this line kind of looks at my whole total investment and where it could be and stuff like that. So I went back and added up. So I've put in a total of $540 in store credit. Now some of that I used to pay storage fees. Some of that I used to pay. I bought the history points, things like that. But that's what I've put into COMC. So the total cards, including what's remaining and what I've sold or what I've purchased of sales, is $662.61. I didn't grab this before the video, but I do have about 93, I think it is, PC cards that I've bought. So I think I've spent a total of $753 total in purchases. But 662 of them are cards that I'm reselling, and the other remainder are for PC cards. So if I was to take the total purchase amount, what I've sold so far, plus what is for sale in COMC credit, so we're looking at right now, if I was to sell everything that I had for sale right now for the price I had it for example, my total I would be up, so I'd be at 178.23% profit. So again, 178.23% profit is pretty good considering first couple months I was learning the ins and outs of COMC and things like that. So I'm very happy with this. Again, it's not a big number. $247 of credit coming into my account. That's not big and flashy, but it's my goal is to show steady profits. As I show steady profits, I get more cards in my inventory. I make more profit. I buy more cards. I'm dealing with lower end cards, so I'm not going to have the big numbers until I get the volume. And we'll see how that goes. I don't know if I'm going to be up for managing 10,000 cards, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll just take it as it goes. As I said, this is a hobby for me. Even though I'm trying to make money at it, this still is a hobby. This is what I do in my spare time. This is not my living. I have a full-time job. So this is just what I like to do for extra money. It's no different than me trying to put in daily fantasy lineups to win a bunch of money. This is a little bit more of a grind out, I guess, than the daily fantasy may. You could win a big jackpot or something like that. But anyway, yeah. So I feel I'm progressing very well, and I'm very happy with my results. And as I said, it's not always about the amounts. I'm looking more at the ROI percentages, and as long as I keep those percentages in the positive, then I'm going to continue to grow my investments, and I'm going to continue to build up a hefty PC. I'm already looking at doing my first shipment of my PC cards, so I'm just to kind of get them out of the way and out of my inventory. And it would be great to have some of them in my hands, because I haven't seen a lot of them before with my own eyes. I've only seen them on COMC. So now we are going to hop over to the card cam, and we are going to have a look at the 2 cards that I'm sending to Pure Graded X to get graded. I've already put the order through. I've worked on the label design with Thomas, the Costa Rica card collector, and I am so excited. These cards are going to look beautiful in these custom labeled slabs. I can't wait. I did a little foobar. I missed the address for to ship the cards to, so I was waiting a couple of days after the design was done to get another email to say, hey, this is where you send the cards to. After I didn't get that email, I contacted Pure Graded X. They replied very quickly, let me know that the shipping address was in one of the other emails that they sent. I must have just missed it. So I haven't sent the cards off yet, and I did do I think it was the 30 to 40 day service. So they won't be back for a little bit, but again, these are cards that I'm probably never going to sell. And if you've seen the channel before, you probably know which ones they are. So we'll pop over to the card cam here. And they are my 1981 82 OPC Wayne Gretzky 3rd year and Paul Coffey rookie. Now, as I've stated in the previous videos, I don't expect them to grade very well. As I said, I rescued them out of a box with a rubber band wrapped around them. My dad had bought a bunch of packs to get the stats for his Dynasty Hockey League, and when he was done with them, he just put them in a box. Not being a collector, he just, once they served their purpose, they were gone. Oop, that's really shiny there. I gotta fix my lighting. But yeah, so he told me about that story when I was a kid, and I went and I found them and I rescued them, and I've had them in my possession ever since. I still have the remainder of the set in a box protected, but these were the 2, I guess, best cards out of that set. And Wayne Gretzky being the GOAT, and Paul Coffey being the big rookie, I figure those would be the 2 cards that I would get done. These are the first cards I've ever actually done grading myself. So, but again, I'm not doing it for the grade. I'm doing it for the custom label, to be able to, show them, have something to say, hey, Dad, here's the cards that I kept for you all these years, kind of thing, or saved, whatever you want to look at it, and have them displayed, and really have a nice story behind what these cards mean to me. These are the only cards that I still have in my possession that I had when I was 12. Everything else is gone. These are the only things that I have left. So I'm super excited about the design that we came up with, Thomas and I. Well, he did the initial, and I had some input there. But yeah, I'm super excited, and I'll be really happy when they come in to be able to show everybody what they look like. I can't wait. I already have a couple more cards that I'd like to do. But as I said, this is my first time grading, so I'll send these ones off, and we'll see what we get. I'm not worried too much about the grade. I'm more worried about getting them in a nice custom labeled case. So yeah, so I'm super excited about that, and I'll turn the card cam off there so we don't blind everybody. Okay, so thank you everybody for watching. Again, I appreciate all your support. If you like this video, make sure you smash that like button. Show me that you like these kind of videos. Also, if you haven't subscribed, if this is your first time, hit that subscribe button. We got lots of great football content, and we have a 50 subscriber giveaway going on right now. Don't forget to check the link out in the description or embedded in the beginning of the video to find out the details of how to enter. So again, thank you very much everybody for watching, and until next time, everyone stay safe.